Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a vehicle that's making some serious waves. It's not just an update, but a total reimagining of what an electric SUV can be. We're talking about the Tata Harrier EV. Okay, let's start with this quote right here, because it's pretty much the key to the whole story. Tata's own chief product officer says it's a reimagination, not a conversion. So, what does that actually mean? Let's get into it. You see, we're not just looking at a popular SUV that just happens to have an electric motor now. No. What we're looking at is a fundamental shift in strategy and in engineering for one of India's biggest car makers. So on the surface, yeah, it looks like the Harrier we know, and that's smart, right? People recognize it. But don't let the familiar face fool you. Because underneath, well, pretty much everything is brand new, built from the ground up with one goal in mind: to be a top-tier electric vehicle. And it all starts with that foundation. That's where the real innovation is. This isn't just about swapping out an engine for a motor. It's about the entire architecture the car is built on. This is the Acti.ev Plus platform, and honestly, it's a game changer. It's what they call a born electric platform. That means it was designed from a blank sheet of paper to be an EV and only an EV. That's a massive leap from Tata's older electric cars, which were built on platforms for gas engines. That always means making compromises, not here. And this slide really nails the difference. A completely flat floor might not sound like a huge deal, but wow, it transforms the inside of the car. Way more legroom, more space, it just feels bigger. And by designing it around the battery from day one, they get a lower center of gravity, which is awesome for handling. You just can't get these kinds of benefits when you're trying to stuff batteries into an old gas car design. So a new platform is great, but what does that actually get you when you're driving? Well, this is where it gets really fun, because this vehicle has a true dual personality, one for the street and a whole other for when the road disappears. On the road, this thing is quick. And I mean, seriously quick. Check out that number, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 6.3 seconds. That makes it the quickest car made in India, faster than a lot of sports sedans out there. That's the magic of instant electric torque for you. And here's the power behind that speed. 313 horsepower. The top model has two motors, one for the front wheels and one for the back, so you get incredible grip and a really thrilling drive. But then, just when you think it's a road rocket, it completely flips the script. It can wade through 600 millimeters of water. That's a huge deal. It means this thing is built to handle seriously unpredictable conditions, whether that's a flooded city street or a backwoods trail. And believe me, it's not just for show. During testing, this thing tackled obstacles that would just stop a normal SUV in its tracks. We're talking climbing super steep hills, powering through deep mud on standard road tires, and using its clever terrain modes to conquer pretty much anything thrown at it. So you've got all this incredible, rugged hardware. But what's controlling it all? Well, the brain of this machine is just as impressive as its brawn. This is the tidal architecture. Now, don't think of this like old car software. Think of it more like the operating system on your smartphone. It's the central nervous system that runs everything. And get this, it runs on 500 million lines of code. That is an absolutely massive amount of software, more than you'd find in a modern jet. This is the digital brain that makes everything else possible. So here's a kind of wild question for you. Can a car actually see through its own hood? It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, the answer is yeah, it totally can. They call it the transparent bonnet. This system uses cameras to create a live view of the ground right under the front of the car. So on the screen, it literally looks like the hood is invisible. It is an incredible tool for getting through tricky off-road spots or just not scraping your wheels in a tight parking garage. And the smart tech doesn't stop there. The vehicle-to-load feature is especially cool. It basically turns your car into a giant mobile battery. You can plug in appliances, run your campsite, or even give a little boost to another EV. How awesome is that? Okay, so it's fast, it's tough, and it's incredibly smart. But what are the options, and what's it going to cost? Let's break down the lineup. You've got some good choices here. First, you pick your battery size, a 65 or a 75 kilowatt-hour version. Then you decide if you want the maximum efficiency of rear-wheel drive or the all-weather performance of all-wheel drive. And here's what that all means for driving range. As you can see, the numbers are really impressive. With that bigger battery and the more efficient rear-wheel drive setup, you're looking at a claimed range of well over 600 kilometers. That's a lot of driving between charges. And this table just lays it all out nice and clearly. You can easily compare the different trim levels, from the entry-level Adventure all the way up to the top-of-the-line empowered model with what they call quad-wheel drive, and see how the specs and prices line up. So really, the big takeaway here is this. The Harrier EV isn't just a car with a long list of features. It's a cohesive, seamless package where the tough hardware and the smart software were designed from day one to work together perfectly. And that really makes you think, doesn't it? When a vehicle combines this much muscle with this much intelligence, it sets a whole new benchmark. It leaves you wondering, how will the competition respond? And how soon will this level of integrated tech become the new normal for all SUVs, not just the electric ones? And that's our look at the Tata Harrier EV, a vehicle that proves the future of the SUV isn't just electric, it's intelligent. I hope this explanation was clear and simple for you. Thanks for watching.